There's a lot of information we can get from a graph. So here we have 8 questions, and I want you to try and answer these 8 questions using this graph. So question 1, we're going to find f of -4 and f of 7. For 2, asked if f of 2 is positive or negative. 3, what is the y-intercept or intercepts? For 4, what is the x-intercept or intercepts? For 5, what is the domain? 6, what is the range? And for 7, for what x value is f of x equal to 0? And the last question, for what x value is f of x equal to -2? So pause the video and go through and answer those 8 questions. So f of -4 is equal to 1, we're talking about that point right here, and f of 7 equals 0. Talking about this point here where our x value is 7, that would be 0 for f of x. And is f of 2 positive or negative? That would be our point right here where f of 2, our x value is 2. It is a negative value. That's -1 for our y coordinate. And our y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis, is at 0, -2. For the x-intercepts, it's where our line crosses the x-axis. We have 3 points where we're crossing the x-axis. We're at -3.5, 3, and 7. 3 different points. The domain, our domain is our x values. We're going from here to here across. So if we look at these x values from this side and our x values here, we go from -6 to 9. That would be our domain. And the range is our y values. So our minimum goes from down here at -5 up to our max value up here at 4. So our range goes from -5 to 4. And then we're asked for what x values is f of x equal to 0. We've already looked at that. That's those x-intercepts. And for what x is f of x equal to -2. We have one point we know for sure right here where we have -2 for our f of x, and that is 0 for our x value. And then we would also have a point over here somewhere where, again, f of x equals -2. That's approximately 7.5, somewhere in that range. So again, there's a lot of information we can get from a graph. We can get our x and y intercepts. We could get the equation and specific values of that graph. We have our min and max values, slope, roots, and then we can find different coordinates, whether it's written as an ordered pair x, y, or x, f of x. Now here you have 2 functions. We have f of x and g of x. F of x in green, g of x in red, and I'm giving you some specific points for these 2. Now what I want you to do is pause the video and determine what the sum of the 2 functions is. Here we're subtracting, here we're multiplying, here we're dividing at these specific values. So using this information, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and solve for these. Okay, so what we've done for each of these, here we're taking our f value at -6 and our g value at -6. So f of -6 is -3, g of -6 is -1, and then we're adding these, so we get -4. Here we're taking the difference. So f of 0 is -3, and g of 0 is 2, and now we take our -3 minus 2 gives us -5. Here we're going to multiply. Again, our values are same as up above, -6, so we have a -3 and a -1. When we multiply those, it gives us +3. And here we're going to divide. Again, same value, so now g of 0 is -2, or excuse me, +2, and our f of 0 is -3, so to divide those, we have our fraction 2 divided by -3.